what progress, I know you want to win any game, every game by any means necessary, but what progress do you think was made in terms of the way you want to win these ball games?
Yeah, you know, it wasn't a great performance. I don't think anyone in the locker room feels like it was a great performance. I think we gave up too many offensive rebounds, lost too many loose balls. You know, it is a trickier team to play than the record. You know, they got some young athletic guys that are playing really free, making shots, drive the ball to the basket. Number one in the league in drives and possibly fouls. So, you know, we found a way. We got it done. We weathered some tricky patches. Probably should have kept the lead at 20 in the second half, but they went on, I think, like a 17-0 run. So the progress opportunity is tomorrow night. Can we rebound from tonight with a little bit higher level of focus, determination, and keep growing? And you know, I think the guys feel that, and I think they want to play better tomorrow.
Speaking of tomorrow, how much will that attention to detail be crucial against the Knicks team on the second half of back-to-back?
Of course, we know the Knicks play hard. You know, it's a city rivalry, so there may be a little extra on it, and you know, we should be motivated tomorrow night to just play really well, solid, comprehensive performance, and just improve from tonight and find a way to win the game tomorrow.
Steve, James Johnson, a late scratch. Do you think he'll be better for tomorrow?
I don't know.
And you talked about the tricky part of Houston. I mean, how much of that is, you know, the roster situation with you right now, making you guys maybe a little bit bigger? And as you said, they're a young, quick team to get up and down the court.
Yeah, it's a little bit. You know, LA played some tonight. We went with the two bigs for stretches. It's also, you know, it's not an easy spot for LaMarcus. Hasn't played for 6 whatever weeks. I don't know how long it's been, but you know, we're grateful that he could contribute, and we'll just keep going here and try to figure out as many things as we can while we have guys in Atlanta, guys at home sick, guys all over the place.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, Coach, you know, I remember earlier this season we were talking about rotations as an experiment that might last all season long. Today we see LaMarcus play for the first time since he comes back. Just, I guess, what are you learning from putting all these different groups out there depending on who's playing on any given night, and how does that kind of inform your decision-making going forward for the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky because you want to have longer sample sizes, larger sample sizes, so you don't want to make rash decisions, but you don't have a lot of time to deliberate. But you know, I think it was, you know, it was really a game that we needed to win and we needed to get through. We have a back-to-back tomorrow and another important game. So, you know, it could be a lot worse, and we found a way to win. You know, there was probably some positives, though. You know, we feel like we didn't play great, and I don't think any of us feel we did. But, you know, I think we also, there's like we got to keep our poise here a little bit. You know, it's just everything's been crunched into a small window here, and sometimes I think that has sped us up as a group, and we need to just remain calm and exhibit as much poise as we can while we figure this out.
Steve, this is a twofold. With LaMarcus, was that playing him with Nick and with KD, was that just wanting to see him back out on the court based on what you've seen from him, or was that a nod to kind of your rebounding struggles of late?
I think all the above. We haven't seen anything from LaMarcus. You know, we can't practice with 8 guys available or 9 guys available and guys playing heavy minutes. So, you know, we just know he's been keeping himself ready. And yeah, he had a really good season until he got hurt. So, trying to give him an opportunity to get back on the floor.
And you talk about experimentation and different lineups. I mean, is it kind of crazy to you that this deep into KD and Kyrie together, I mean, this will be, I believe, the first time they'll actually take the floor in the Garden against the Knicks?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of not a surprise at all. The way things have gone, to hear you say that. But if we're fortunate enough to get through the next 20 hours or so, we'll see them both in the Garden tomorrow night.
Steve, if you guys win out now, you're the 7th seed. How important is that to you and the team?
I think it'd be great. You know, it'd be great to be 7th, better than 8th, 8th better than 9th. You know, at the same time, you know, I think there's a balance to be struck here. Yeah, we want to win all the games. We want to finish 7th. We want to have the play-in at home and an opportunity to go in on one game. Of course, all 4 teams in the play-in want to do that. we also got to balance it with our growth, with all the injuries, making sure guys could get through as in one piece as possible. And so we're trying to balance a few things here. But like I said, we just got to remain calm and have some poise as we figure this out and stay the course and stick together. And hopefully we'll get some healthy guys back.
To that point, would you be willing to ramp up specifically Kevin and Kyrie's minutes to make sure that you give yourselves the best chance to hold on to that 7th seed if possible?
If I'm honest, I feel like I've ramped them pretty high up as it is. So I feel a little guilt on that one. But, we're definitely going to try to win these games. But it's just the position we're in, Those guys got to play a little more than we'd like to get the results we need. And at the same time, we don't love, overplaying them.
Counter to that point, Steve, now that Kyrie's getting further and further into playing night in and night out, do you see his stamina growing, improving? And is it possible for him to get to a level where it's not an issue going into the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a process, that adaptation, to playing every night, to playing a lot of minutes. He was going from stretches where he'd play 2 or 3 games in a week and then not play for 9, 12 days. So, that's an adaptation for the body, the mind, everything. You have to go through it to get there. And I think he is going through that process and adapting. And I think you could see, you'll see him continue to improve, like his stamina and his skill, rhythm, all those things, adapting as well to that amount of a jump in minutes and games. So I think he's getting there. Thank you. All right, thank you, everybody.
Well, remain calm and hope.